whole playthrough, you only went over the bare essentials. You didn't even collect any of the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, I'm aware I skipped a bit on the fundamentals, and that's exactly why we're back here! Welcome back to the J-Play playthrough of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is part 18, finale. We're far from finished. Today we're gonna be collecting some Chaos Emeralds with Knuckles. Yeah, I've neglected the poor staff for long enough. He deserves his own part of the playthrough, don't you think? And while I would continue this tangent, having you distracted with apologies just long enough for me to reach, here's the first special stage ring! Ah! Okay, get blue spheres. Simple enough. This type of special stage takes place on a giant sphere, with many smaller spheres attached to it, like some sort of magnet, I don't know. I am your magnet! You are my iron filings! You go around running over the blue spheres, and when you do, you turn them red. The gauge on the left shows how many blue spheres you have left to run into. When it hits 0, Caosemerado! If you circle around the outermost edge of a group of blue spheres, you can turn that entire group into rings. That's what the gauge on the right is for, counting your rings. When you collect 50, you gain a continue. If you manage 100, you gain an extra life. Oddly enough, marked by the sound of losing rings. Be careful though, every 30-second interval I believe it is, Knuckles or Sonic or whoever you're playing as starts moving faster, making it easier to time your turns wrong or something. That's my favorite part of the stage right there. Turning like a snake, turning like a snake. Alright, well, almost out of it. If you collect all the potential rings on this stage, you obtain a perfect bonus worth 50,000 points. That's a guaranteed extra life right there. 4, 2, 1, and we're done. First emerald, gotten. That was simple, but it will get more complex as we progress. I still like this in-game cutscene, which is why I opted to show it again. Despite the lack of dialogue, you can still sort of tell what's going on. That's right! Spin, Knuckles! Spin! The extra spin you generate can put out an entire forest fire! He's hardcore like that. Anyway, jumping down here and heading to the left instead of the right and punching through several rock formations will lead us to a quite well-hidden compartment housing another giant ring. Emerald number 2, here we come! Now, there are 4 types of spheres. The first are the blue spheres, clearly. The second type are the red spheres. Do not touch them! They are very cranky and will not hesitate to end your special stage immediately. That means by extension you're running over blue spheres and making them angry, but it is for a noble cause, so don't feel bad. The third type is a white sphere with a red star in the middle. These are okay to touch, but they will send you careening in the opposite direction. Backwards. That's all fine and dandy, but if you're not used to moving backwards, I suggest you hit up and be on your merry way. Also, white spheres don't turn into rings. The fourth type of sphere is the elusive golden sphere, or at least I like to call it. These babies allow you to jump over 5 spaces instead of the conventional 1 or 2. They're so cool, you don't even get to see them in the first 7 special stages. These don't turn into rings either, but then again, why would they want to? That would just make them less gold than they are already. Gonna skip this square because I thought I could get the perfect bonus again, but then that happened, and I was like, screwed up the formation. Oh well, screw it. I'm gonna get some rings anyway. Had I not messed up that formation, that would have been the way to obtain the perfect bonus, but oh well, spilled milk. I have enough lives as it is. And this would be the 100 ring milestone I told you about earlier. It's kind of funny that whenever I'm not paying attention and whenever I hear that sound playing this clip for a split second I think, crap! I lost rings! Like a bad nigga's ever going to get me while I'm in the special stage. Anyhow, that's the second emerald. Got to! Hold on a second, that emerald was orange a second ago. I don't trust that one. Moving on. I thought I'd put it in this next part because of how unfair it seemed. I could run up that hill, I could spin dash up that hill, but I couldn't spin by normal means without coming to a complete stop halfway through. Why? Yeah, physics, you are one of a kind. Here's our fancy mid-boss for Angel Island again, shooting missiles and throwing flames. And here's Knuckles abusing his invincibility. Done, son! 6 hits is all it takes. During what I showed you of Act 1, you may not have noticed much of a difference, because, truth be told, there really wasn't. But during Act 2, Knuckles takes a drastically different path from Sonic or Tails. Drastically! That's right, he heads underground, and you can tell from the first 5-10 seconds that this is a much harder Act 2 than you saw me go through with Sonic and Tails. Because of spikes. Spikes everywhere. The Sonic team really emphasized gliding and wall climbing. And thinking. Most definitely thinking. Just gonna nab this lightning shield right here. It's always good to have. Yes, most certainly thinking. And this is still the first level. You could definitely consider Knuckles to be the hard mode of this game, especially in the later levels. I'm looking at you, Sandopolis. Oh, I'm so gonna spam Super Knuckles with you. Just you wait. Just you wait! Now, I'm pretty sure you've noticed already, but I can't activate the lightning shield's double jump. Nor does Knuckles have an insta-shield, so me being the frequent player of Sonic rather than Knuckles that I am, I'm gonna have a rather tough time not insta-shielding for protection. Knuckles! Hi, Caterpillar Jr., gliding in your face, hope you don't mind. Oh, that's kind of annoying. What are you doing, Rhinobot? Get out of there! Get out of my face. And as we resurface, we run into the battlefield for the first boss of the game that isn't Robotnik? Nope, that's actually Egg Robo, who Robotnik sent as an assassin and scapegoat to get rid of Knuckles. So this is personal. Fist in your face personal! As you can see, Egg Robo is a little more aggro and efficient than Robotnik with the machines, since the Doctor only shoots 2 fireballs. 2 fireballs is laughable, I must admit. Nevertheless, still wreckable. You burn my lightning shield and you pay the price. Act 2! Complete. Wasn't too bad, wasn't too bad. And now we're jumping down into Hydro City, only we're not. And now some of you are wondering why I'm not showing Hydro City, and the answer is because I couldn't find any emeralds down there, no matter how hard I tried. Which was all it was. But not to fear, I found some in Marble Garden that are just as good. Now, Special Stage number 3 has a follow the yellow brick road kind of feel to it, so I find it the easiest of all 7. I'm going to speed up this part until it matters, because this is the exception to the more complex as we progress statement I made earlier, and this stage is so easy, I'll bet you'll be able to follow anyway. One moment. Now we jump here, allowing us to circle that 4x4 without an issue. Practically the only thing you have to remember. If we ran straight through, we wouldn't have had a chance to collect the remaining rings. And... there's a 3rd emerald! Booyah, good sir! Heading on down through Marble... oh god! That was very mean of you, Egg Robo! Tear that rust bucket apart. I could have gotten away with it if I had an insta-shield. Like I was saying, heading on down through Marble Garden, there is another giant ring hidden in a small room going to the lower path. And yes, let's skip the only means of getting down there! Of course I do something like that. I mean, it's not like I'm wasting anyone's time. Certainly not. So yes, walk your talks back up over that hill and ride your drill through the ground! I regret not of what I said. Oh, hey, a spiker. Didn't expect to see you there. Climbing up, avoid the swinging ball of death. And... that wasn't supposed to happen. I suppose I forgot that if you don't start gliding at the zenith of your jump, you'll lose a considerable amount of height. I blame Sonic Adventure for that. No, there's nothing there. I thought there was, but there isn't. Oh, of course you have to get the ring, because they're so much more important. I don't know, sometimes I'll go off kilter like that for the sake of collecting the most mundane things. It's a habit that I don't see myself kicking anytime soon. Look at that opening shape! This special stage is probably the most unorthodox of the 7, if not second most. This blue sphere is in a straight line, blue spheres in curved lines, blue spheres in mini chambers, and almost all of them are surrounded by bumpers, meaning one wrong turn equals disaster. But then again, isn't that always the case? Still, it's crazy compared to the others. The good thing, though, or is it bad, I don't really know, is that it too suffers from the Yellow Brick Road syndrome from the previous special stage, albeit to a much lesser degree. So I won't speed up anything here. However, if you want the perfect bonus, you'll have to follow a slightly different path from mine. And to finish things up, here we have a giant D-pad! I'm guessing that's what they went for. Whatever it is. It took 44 blue spheres and 4 bumpers to make. Crazy! So I'm just gonna circle this whole thing, and that'll give us our emerald number 4! I really cannot do high-pitched voices to save my life. Ugh. Oh boy! Drills! It is indeed Egg Robo! Let's thrash some robot! Now, because of the lack of a Tails best partner for Knuckles, allowing them to be carried through the air, a proper alternative had to be... Why did I fall for that? A proper alternative had to be thought of, and I think this type of boss indeed suffices. The premise is pretty simple. Egg Robo launches a drill twice in your general area. The only problem I have with it is then he ruins his own plan by pulling himself along the path he launched the drills, allowing itself to be attacked. I ask you good people, why would one do that? I mean, wouldn't it be easier to pull the drill back and fire it again, or do something different? You know what? It's fine. He's clueless, and we're better off for it. You should be able to get 2 hits off every cycle, 3 if you're lucky, or if you know what you're doing. Stupid. And that'll be all for this part of the J-Play playthrough of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Be sure to come back for part 19 when I collect the rest of the Chaos Emeralds. And remember, playing by yourself is just plain boring. Catch you guys next time!